Good evening, everyone. This video is going to be a trading review and support session for January the 25th, 2023. And let's kind of start. I only traded really only about, I think, the first 30 minutes or so, but let's just kind of review what the day turned out to be and how it kind of started. So here's the daily. You can see the big tail, right? Big tail on today. So this bar is is the uh, is the daily result. And when we started this morning, we were kind of here, right? It had broken down the 200-day moving average and hitting pretty close to the 50-day moving average. And then what I noticed is, and most of my trades were to the short side today. Just one long trade in the first few minutes, and then as the day progressed, it climbed and climbed and climbed. So it actually finished um, much, certainly much higher than where we started, and with a big long tail. Didn't really see um, anything that would have caused that or contributed to that, but nonetheless, that's kind of what it was. Um, let's see, the big picture chart. Let's see if we can see when it kind of started. Well, there's where it started. So when we opened up, right, London had pretty much brought it down, and that's where kind of London opened, and then down, right. So and this is 7 o'clock. It hit its lowest point at about 7:40, right? And then, as you can see, it just kept on going. I wasn't trading, wasn't looking at it. But that's kind of what the day results were. They're going to be, tomorrow's going to be more of a news day than even today was. Well, today didn't have hardly any news, so tomorrow might be even should be higher volume. We'll see. So let's just go through the trading review. Here's the market open, and been watching it kind of closely. So this is my first short entry, right, and out here, and then kind of was wondering if I was going to trade again this soon, but I did. And so here's the second short entry and out here. With the relatively low volume, I was only going for 1 point. And I was jabbering a lot today, so I probably missed a few trades. So I was waiting for here, right? So this one it's in the right direction of slow flex and we're at least under ultra flex, and fast flex was heading down. But this is really what I was looking at. I was looking at the rejection around the EMA area. Had 1 2 bar combination, and it's early in the day when we have some volatility that you can get away with this. So that was my third trade, and out pretty quickly. So I was up 3 points relatively early. And the next one I kind of chicken out on, so it was kind of going up, and I was a little bit late to this trade. So I got in right about here, and it wasn't at the EMA band, but it was kind of crossing over the 3 minute um, moving average. So I went ahead and chickened out, and I just took 2 ticks on it, and then I was kind of late to this trade, right? So I didn't get into here, and then I took 2 ticks again. Now this one would have delivered much more, and I probably should have been readier to take this trade. So the combination, therefore, is I'm up about 4 points at that particular point in time, and then we're coming back down and getting some selling around here, right into the support. It comes back up, and then it really is starting to, these close proximity, double expansions is something of a clue. And so I got in when it kind of broke the EMA short, and that was I think so out here, I think it's getting out right underneath or right at the minute average. So that was trade number 5, and then I went away for a little while, and then came back, and I didn't get another trade. So I missed, these some of these opportunities. These have been good. So I ended up, the only thing I got was a fairly late trade, and I didn't even call it because it was in the EMA band, and it was a little bit on the aggressive side. But I had missed all of this move because I wasn't in front of the computer. So I took a trade here, was out here, and and that was the last trade I made of the day, 6 points, and really an easy 6 points, no ads, no nothing. So a very efficient 6 points. Um, but have I been in front of the computer, could have I probably would not have taken that one. I would have taken one or two up in here, and would have been up more. But let's just kind of go through. So I mean, it's just barely 7 o'clock. And Bank of Canada announced their rate decision. They increased their overnight rate by 25 basis points, and that was the forecast. Here we're breaking over the EMA, right? So you could have taken a shot through here, maybe even a second shot. I know somebody who took this, is going up. So there's a couple of more, at least one you could have taken if you hadn't had your profit target yet. And then it was a little bit more casual, right? No, I mean, price action wise, it was okay. Not necessarily expansion wise, right? If you want to take the most conservative trades, these were pretty good candles down here. Would have worked, but no expansions. And then a couple expansions here, right? I'm not necessarily saying these are great trades just yet. um, it's getting interesting now, right? Here's the double. Here's the second expansion. You could have gotten out, right? But I mean, even taking it at the first expansion, you had a two bar combination followed by an expansion, so that's okay, right? It looked like you wanted to go lower, and then we're in the middle of the 7 o'clock hour. Here's a pretty good one, right? It broke down. I mean, this one would have been fine, right? It's at the EMA. It's at the 3 minute close. It's at the 1 minute. All those sorts of things, right? And it's hitting it. So that one would have worked. Came out and tried it again. That one would have worked. These are a little bit aggressive down here. So there's probably three or four more that I wasn't really watching close enough to try to trade. This one is looking pretty good. This is a pretty good pop, right? After bouncing off of the value low, right? Pretty much running away from everything. So that's a pretty good one. These are more aggressive up in here. See, everything would have worked, but they're a little bit more aggressive. And now we're a little after 8 o'clock, and so now the market is moving, but it's not necessarily really great. Now here's four expansions. One, two, three, right? So you could have gotten in here. This fourth expansion really popped, right? So even if you gotten in here, you would have survived. But you don't want to chase it up in here, right? You would have wanted to bend with the volume as it was trying to break through. And then we're at kind of about 8:30. You don't want to just stay out of the market in these type of things. I'm trying to make sure I'm not overly trading, and I certainly didn't overtrade today. I mean, I got a quick, easy 6 points, and I quit. Which if I did that every single day, I'd be more than happy. Okay, so that's kind of the trading. Any questions on the trading, and then I want to kind of recap some of the changes to the indicators that are about to be released soon, with the next few days. Any questions there, Sean? Okay. Now, in terms of things that have changed a little bit, I love the EMA band, right? And it's solid. That's definitely going to always be on my charts. I have elected to eliminate the fast zone shade and the short term shade between the Ultraflex and Fast Flex. I'm going to give you those indicators if you like them. If anybody likes them, they can add them. I'm just not going to put it on as the standard, and it just cleans up the chart a little bit more. I'm also not putting the guide band on the chart. If you want to do that, you can do that as well. That's an input on the volume. Visual Intel Volume 6.5 is the new version. And then let's see what else. And then a couple of other things. I was experimenting with a double slow flex, and I didn't really like that. So what I did is just to switch the colors. So and if you don't like these colors, you can switch it back, and so that's easily settable. So if you don't like that, and I think I even put that in one of the videos. But if you don't like that, I can easily show you in any morning session. And then your idea, I'm pretty sure is your idea, is why not make UltraFlex bigger? And so I've really been looking at charts lately, and I decided that's a pretty good idea. So and I like it. So that's what I did. Now to do that, and this is also under your control, like most things are. You can tune these things the way you like it. Let's see, in the trend analysis it says false, and you can bring it up in the new version, right? L1 is all the way at the bottom. And the reason it's all the way at the bottom, and I think I mentioned earlier, that way it will plot on top of everything. Anyway, I changed the point to a cross, and the enhance for the 1 is still a point. And the cross, if you make it the biggest thing, it's just too big. So I made it, as you can see, the second largest, right, from the inputs. And then I increased the size of the enhance a little bit, and it's the third from the largest. So I did that, and I like that a little bit more. And so now you can even see, since it's plotting on top of everything, you can see it plots on top of fast, it plots on top of slow flex, and that way, you can always kind of see when it's falling a little bit close to and or into the neutral zone. And I like that better too. So very subtle changes, right? We're not really changing the trading methodology at all. I'm just trying to make sure visibility wise, and it's all about visibility and discipline, to make sure this thing is as good as I can make it, because changes I think are coming to a close unless I engineer something brand new. But I think what we have in any reasonably dynamic market is it kind of paints the picture literally pretty well. All right, any questions on that? I'm still kind of targeting to get this out this weekend. I noticed one little thing today that first time I had ever seen it, and I need to and I've been working on it a little bit today. The volume point of control, and I think it has to do with the order that you bring your charts up in. So the yesterday's volume point of control wasn't accurate when I first started this morning, and it's a what order do you bring it up in? So I changed that a little bit, and it'll be a little bit different for everybody. But the change I'm making is that it should be accurate no matter which chart you start first. Software is pretty ready. I mean, I'll go through everything one more time, of course, but it's I got the most annoying problem figured out, and it was strange, right? A combination of a corrupt workspace and some software talking to the other software that really wasn't supposed to. So it might be a multi-chart issue, but anyway, I resolved that. So everything is looking pretty good for a release for this weekend anyway. So today is Wednesday. So I got 2 days to make sure that this little volume point of control thing, and it doesn't affect today's volume point of control, or value high or value low at all. It's just about yesterday's, which is certainly less important. But I noticed the first time I had ever noticed that it was not completely accurate today. So and it fixes itself if you turn it off and back on. It fixes itself. But I'll get it figured out. Yeah, I mean it was an easy day. I mean I almost felt a little bit a little bit under trading, I guess, right? I mean, I didn't want to overtrade on a relatively low volume day. I mean, the volume did pick up, but I don't know. Easy six every day is good. Maybe I should stop at six more often, not push it. We'll see. It's kind of like a day-to-day kind of a thing. Anything else? Any other questions? You like these? You like these charts the way they're simplifying now and colors and all that kind of good stuff? I think most people have liked it. It's easier. I think it's easier to see. I like it. Alrighty. All right. So I guess that will be it then. Let me get this video processing in. I got a little bit more time to work on this software thing tonight. I did want to change it because when I put it on a different chart, that might change the volume points of control a little bit, or it will. All right. So anyway, all right. Have a good evening. We'll see you again soon.